Welcome back to part 3. In this part, we are going to learn how to write a fraction in the form of a mixed number. If they give us a fraction, how do we find its mixed number form? Now let's observe the same figure that we used earlier. This figure represents what fraction? We said to find the fraction that represents any figure, the numerator is equal to the total number of colored parts, which here is 11, and the denominator is equal to the total number of parts in one unit only. So here we have 4 as denominator, and if we count the colored parts, it's 11. So this figure represents the fraction 11 over 4. Now, what is the mixed number equal to it? Of course, by looking at this figure, we can deduce it easily. Here we have 2 units and 3/4 of a unit. So it's equal to 3 3/4. But here, how did we find this mixed number? Of course, each time we won't draw a figure to find this mixed number. No, we are going to learn a method. What do you think here? How did we find the 2 and the 3? What do we do? Here we have 2 groups of 4, and 3 is in fact like a remainder. So here, to find this mixed number, the denominator is the same. The denominator of the fraction part won't change. The problem here is to find the whole number part, and the numerator part of the fraction. So to do so, we divide the numerator 11 by the denominator 4. Don't forget, 11 over 4 is the same as 11 divided by 4. The over is the same as divided by. Let's divide 11 by 4. 11 is not multiple of 4. We have 8 just before 11. And 4 times what equals 8? It's 2. The quotient is 2. And let's find the remainder. 11 minus 8 mentally, it's equal to 3. So here we divided the numerator 11 by the denominator 4. 2 is the quotient. We represent it by capital Q, stands for quotient, and 3 is the remainder. We represent it by capital R, stands for remainder. So after dividing 11 by 4, the quotient that we obtain is in fact the whole number part of the mixed number, and the remainder is the numerator of the fraction part, and the denominator of course won't change. So here, if you have a fraction n over d, numerator over denominator, to find the mixed number equal to it, we divide the numerator by the denominator on a scratch paper. We find the quotient and the remainder. The quotient is the whole number part, and in the fraction part, the denominator will stay the same. We copy it the same, and the remainder of the division is in fact the numerator of the fraction part. So n over d is equal QR over D. So you need to memorize the steps or understand the steps that we followed here in order to be able to find the mixed number form of a fraction. Now, examples: write each fraction in the form of a mixed number. We have the fraction 77 over 9. So, on a scratch paper, we divide 77 by 9. 77 is not a multiple of 9. Just before 77, you have 72. 9 times what equals 72? It's 8. So we write 8 in the quotient. Now we find the remainder. 77 minus 72. 7 minus 2 is 5, and 7 minus 7 is 0. So we found the quotient and the remainder. Now we are able to write the mixed number equal to this fraction. It's in fact 8. The quotient is the whole number part. Now, the fraction part, 5, the remainder is the numerator, and of course the denominator won't change. We copy the 9 as it is, and we found our answer. 77 over 9 is equal to 8, 5 over 9. Now another example, 125 over 23. So on a scratch paper, we perform the division of 125, so be careful. The numerator is the dividend, it's to the right, and the divisor is to the left, always. Now let's start with the division. Here we have a 2-digit divisor. Let's use the estimation method. We hide the ones here and the ones here. We do 12 divided by 2, it's almost 6. Let's see if 6 is the correct answer. On a scratch, we do 23 times 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 8 I carry 1. 6 times 2, 12 plus 1, 13. 138 is greater than 125, so 6 is wrong. So after 6, we try the 5. 23 times 5. 5 times 3, it's 15, 5, and I carry 1. 5 times 2, it's 10, plus 1, it's 11. 115 is less than 125, so it's correct. And 23 times 5 is 115. So 5 is the quotient. Let's find the remainder. 5 minus 5, 0. 2 minus 1, 1. And 1 minus 1, 0. So the remainder is 10. We found the quotient and the remainder. Now we are able to find the mixed number. So 5 is the whole number part of the mixed number. The remainder 10 is the numerator, and the denominator won't change. We copy it the same. So 125 over 23 is equal to 5, 10 over 23. This is the end of this video. Watch the 3 parts as many times as needed until the concept is fully understood. And thank you for watching.